Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. Coming at you each and every week here on the show, and we talk about the stock market. And Online Trading Academy is the stock master, along with my co-host of the show here today, Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how are you doing today?
I am feeling pretty good today, Josh. How about you?
I'm doing really good as well. And, our sponsor, Online Trading Academy, teaching people just like you for over 25 years how to trade and invest in the financial markets, locations all across the world, several instructors all across the world. I believe around 60 or so now, roughly, pending the day. It seems like we keep adding some here and there. But just training everyday people on how to get in the markets. And that's what we do on this show is we introduce these concepts on the financial markets, how they work. And then Online Trading Academy, the sponsor, they train people just like you how to execute, how to build the skills for trading and investing. And that could be for your income strategies. Say you work during the day and you want to have an income strategy at night, or maybe you work at night, you want to have an income strategy during the day. Maybe you're just retired and you want to protect that portfolio because we know the past couple of years, it has been rough for you people that have had 401ks and IRAs managed by that stranger, which is that money manager that just puts you in the market and lets you sit in there and hope that you get to that promised land, which is that retirement time. So, Al, that's a lot of things I want to discuss here on the show here today. But in honor of last week's Masters, we had the Masters tournament. Congratulations to Jon Rahm, and we're going to start off the show here with a Masters theme. How about that, Al? Do you even know what's coming next?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but let's go. I'll go with it.
All right. Well, we had a great week in the market this week. Oil breaks that range that it's been going through, and as we are reaching highs here for the last few weeks here. Gold and silver also up pretty big on the last few weeks here. We're showing right around $2,043 for gold. $25.86 for silver. So, Al, that is my Masters stock market update. What do you think about that?
I can't tell you how impressed I was.
But hey, that's what
they
do.
Is it over now?
Well, we just don't have the nice green, the green stock market. It's mostly red and green. Mm-hmm. But Al, we had some nice moves this week. Obviously, we had some CPI, PPI data come out here. And just some great opportunities, which I know we're going to discuss here. What's your take on the last few weeks here?
Well, we've seen there's a lot going on, Josh. I mean, there are things going on globally. There are things going on just within our country. We've got we've got earnings seasons coming up. The banks will start to report earnings on Friday, or did report on Friday. We had the CPI and the PPI last week. People have been kind of torn between what to look at as far as how to, position themselves. So for a long time, it's been inflation. Are we going to get inflation under control? Well, the CPI and PPI came out cooler than expected. The CPI was up 0.1%, and the expectation was for 0.2%. And the PPI was down 0.5%, and the expectation was for it to be flat. And those are indications of inflation, of the cost of being alive. So there was a lot of concentration on inflation. However, now it seems like the thinking is changing a bit now because the Fed last Wednesday in their meeting brought up again the word recession, the fact that they believe we'll go into a mild recession.
At least it's not a four-letter word.
That's for a different show.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking about fees, Al.
Fees. Oh, there you go. And I knew exactly what you were talking about. But now people are concerned about recession and also the earnings season. We haven't really felt, or the companies haven't really reported since the impact of the higher Fed rates has hit their bottom line. So it'll be interesting to see what happens during this earnings season. But that's really what it gets down to is earnings. That's what's going to drive the movement of a lot of these companies. So, but there's a lot of things going on. And what these things are doing is they're causing big moves up and down in these markets. And for a trader, for someone who is a trader, that's exactly what you have to have. This is a perfect market for people that want to look at generating short-term income and actually generating some additional income to help build your wealth over time. most people listening, and we're seeing this now in the classes that we're holding, people are coming in, and the strategy that they have been following based on what their advisors have told them to do is that buy and hold strategy. Just putting together a portfolio, really disregarding the price that you get into it. And think about it, almost anything you buy in your life, you're concerned about the price. Is the price too high? Is the price at the right point for me to be making a particular purchase? But with a buy and hold strategy, you disregard price because you're in this for the long haul. Well, people that were in a portfolio, buy and hold portfolio that mimicked the S&P 500 or the Dow, right now they are about where they were as far as a percent return, where they were back in May of 2022 for the Dow and for the S&P. And for the NASDAQ, your returns now, where you're sitting right now, is about equivalent to where you were back on April 25th of 2022. That was basically a wasted year. But during that year, there were significant moves up and down in these markets that the pros out there were taking advantage of. This has been a fantastic year, a fantastic 12 months for the pros that know how to trade. And the bottom line is that you can do that too. The education is there. That's what we do. We provide the education. We help you build the skills and show you the right strategies to use for you to be able to participate in these markets to generate additional income.
Yeah, just a lot going on. And, as I kicked off the show with a golf theme, when you think about it as a golfer, you need a strategy. That strategy is actually consistency. You have to have that same consistent swing over and over again. That way you can continue to get better and better and hopefully hit the greens every time. And that's the same thing in trading and investing, is you have to be consistent no matter which way the market goes, whether it's going up or it's going down, and not just in that one buy and hold strategy, which we're seeing. And I've had a lot of conversations with people that are coming in. They're saying, hey, this buy and hold strategy is sure a hope strategy. Well, it's pretty obvious. And I think people are finally realizing that. And that's why we're having so many people come to these investing classes, Al. So I want to invite people to come to one of these investing classes here locally. We're local here in Bloomington. And, Online Trading Academy has been around for over 25 years, teaching people just like you the different skills and techniques for income strategies or those retirement strategies if you have a 401k or IRA, and really how to make smart investing decisions within those. So you can text in right now for 2 seats for a free investing class to learn about how that actually happens, how it works, and how to make better investing decisions. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats. Text investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for that free investing class. Al, coming up next, we do have some stocks that we need to cover. I have a couple here from our OTA picks. It's Intel and Oracle. So we'll talk about that, just opportunities, potential opportunities coming up here, but also income strategies for people that want to have another strategy on top of their job. Coming up next. This is Josh and Al. We'll be right back.
Give me 1 second.